Hello and welcome to the weekly astrology meditation. This is specifically for the week of July 5th through the 11th, but the theme this week is tending the inner garden, and I'm going to be offering a meditation for grounding and for discernment and for caring what's really quietly starting to become. And no matter when you find this theme, trust that you'll find it when it's the right time. So let's go ahead and begin by finding a comfortable position. You might choose to sit upright, or if you want to lie down, if your body's asking for rest, go ahead and do that. Regardless, take a moment to check in and then just see that your spine is straight. And when you're ready, go ahead and gently close your eyes. Feel that your shoulders are in alignment with your hips. Allow your hands to settle somewhere comfortably. And go ahead and take a slow breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Again, breathing in and breathing out. One more time, taking your time here, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And now allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Know that there's nothing that you need to accomplish here. There's nothing that you need to understand. There's nothing that you need to become in this moment. For now, just simply allow yourself to arrive here and now. Feel the weight of your body. And also feel the surface beneath you supporting you. Then allow yourself to be held. And now take a moment to just do a scan of the body from the top of the head. Just gently move down through the face and neck and shoulders. And as you're moving down through the body, just notice if there's any areas where you might be holding tension. Perhaps the jaw or the shoulders or the belly. And without needing to change anything, just simply observe. Continue down through your hips, through your legs, through your feet. And as you exhale, naturally, the next time, just allow the body to soften by 5%. Any areas that you're holding tension, just imagine that there's just a slight softening, a slight letting go. Not completely, not forcefully, just a little. And take another breath, a natural breath. And as you exhale again, just allow the body to release a little bit more. This past week may have brought some movement, some new ideas, or some unexpected realizations, maybe even changes in direction. Also, maybe there was a little bit of excitement or uncertainty, or perhaps both. But right now, we're taking the time to come present and to remember and to embody that transformation does not require us to be in constant motion. And just continue to allow your breath to flow naturally. If you want to use another exhalation to invite your body to let go just a little bit more, you can. There are times for awakening. There are also times for integration. And this is a time for tending to you. And if you'd like, you can receive these words or quietly say inwardly, I give myself permission to move slowly. Again, I give myself permission to move slowly. And just feel your breath naturally moving through the body. Feel your heart gently beating in your chest. And now imagine yourself standing at the edge of a garden. It may be a garden that you know, perhaps somewhere you visited, or somewhere from childhood, or perhaps it's entirely imagined. There's no right way for it to appear, but simply allow an image or a feeling to emerge. And as you're standing at the edge of this beautiful garden, notice the quality of the light. Notice the temperature of the air. Notice the scent of the earth. Perhaps there are flowers in this garden, maybe herbs or trees or vegetables. Maybe there's some insects or butterflies or bees floating through the air, hopping from flower to flower. Just notice what you see. If there's some abundant and flourishing areas and some other areas that are newly planted. Perhaps even there are some spaces that need tending. And now begin to walk slowly through this garden. There is no urgency. Just take your time. Maybe even imagine yourself barefoot. Feel the earth beneath your feet. And as you walk, imagine this garden represents your inner life, your dreams, your relationships, your creativity. Your healing, your becoming. And as you walk through this garden that is metaphorically your inner garden, notice what draws your attention. Is something flourishing? Is there beautiful flowers? Or is something asking for water? Maybe there's something that needs support or would do better in a little more sunlight. You don't need to analyze what you see. We're just simply observing here. And we have Neptune turning retrograde this week. And this retrogradation is going to last throughout the rest of the year, more or less. And this inception point of this retrogradation is inviting us to look inward, to listen beneath the noise, and to ask whether the dreams we are pursuing still belong to us. And so, as you stand in your inner garden, ask yourself gently, what am I truly trying to grow? What am I truly wanting to nourish? And take a moment, a breath or two, and just pause and allow that question to settle. There is no need to search for an answer, and there's no need to force or create one. Just consider the question, what am I truly trying to grow? Perhaps a word arises, or an image, or a feeling, maybe a memory. Or perhaps there's simply silence. Trust that listening itself is meaningful. And maybe again, ask yourself, what am I truly trying to grow? And breathe gently, but maybe slightly more deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. And now imagine yourself kneeling beside one small area of this garden. You don't need to tend everything today, just one small place. This is the wisdom of Venus entering into Virgo. Virgo reminds us that care is often simple. It is water given regularly, medicine taken consistently, food prepared with intention. Maybe a walk taken each morning or a boundary honored. Maybe it's a practice to return to, a conversation given time. And Venus in Virgo reminds us that healing often happens because we begin treating ourselves differently, because we listen, because we notice, and because we return. And go ahead and bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly and feel the warmth of your hands. And quietly say or receive, I do not need to heal everything today. Take a breath into that. I do not need to heal everything today. I only need to tend what is mine to tend. Allow those words to settle into your body. I only need to tend what is mine to tend. Venus entering Virgo forms a beautiful trine with Chiron newly in Taurus, which brings us back to the body, back to the earth, back to the simple question, what makes me feel safe enough to grow? And if you still have your hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, you can keep them there. You could also just set your palms on your lap. But now begin to entertain the simple question, what helps me feel safe enough to grow? What helps me feel safe enough to grow? Ask yourself this question gently. Maybe even just consider what helps your body to soften or what helps your breath to deepen. What allows your nervous system to recognize that in this moment you are here. And as you entertain this question, what helps me feel safe to grow? Notice what arises in your intuition. Maybe it's time in nature. Maybe it's a warm meal. Rest, movement, music, a familiar ritual, a trusted relationship. Whatever arises, just simply notice. There is wisdom in knowing and staying connected to what nourishes you. And imagine now that you're in your garden, you place your hands gently into the soil of this inner garden and feel the cool earth between your fingers. Feel its steadiness. The earth does not rush the seed. It does not pull on the roots to make them grow faster. There is a season for germination, and it offers nourishment and support. And the earth also knows there's a season for emergence and for flowering and for harvest, as well as a season for rest. So as you're connecting to the soil of your inner garden, just quietly affirm to yourself, I trust the season that I am in. I trust the season that I am in. And now, still within your garden, with your feet on the earth, lift your awareness to the sky and the heavens above you. Notice its vastness. Notice the quality of light again, maybe the movement of the clouds, maybe the spaciousness that's overhead. And simultaneously, still feel the earth beneath your feet. Sky above and earth below, and you here between them. Breathing and listening and living. The cosmos can absolutely show us the season. It can offer timing and perspective and orientation, but here on Earth, we live the season through our bodies, through our choices, through the way we care for ourselves and one another, through what we plant and what we nourish, and through what we energetically choose to tend. And now take another slow breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, imagine yourself sending roots down, if you haven't already, becoming more deeply rooted. Rooted, nourished, connected, and held. And as you send these roots down, notice that you don't need to know exactly what the future will become. You only need to be present enough to care for what is alive right now. And maybe quietly affirm to yourself, I listen for what is true. I tend what is growing. I trust the wisdom of small steps. And just pause here for a few breaths. And now, before leaving the garden, ask yourself one final question. What is one small thing I can tend this week? Just one. Maybe it's your body or your sleep, a creative project, your home, a relationship, a garden, a daily practice, your own need for space and quiet. Just let something simple arise. And remember that it does not need to be impressive. It only needs to be true. And hold that act of care gently in your awareness. As you say inwardly or repeat or receive these words, my attention is sacred. My attention is sacred. I choose consciously what I nourish. I choose consciously what I nourish. And I intend what I want to become. And now begin returning awareness to the physical body. Feel your feet, feel your hands, feel the rise and fall of your breath. And take a slightly deeper breath in through your nose. And slowly exhale through the mouth. One more time, breathing in through the nose and releasing through the mouth. And remember, the vision is not the whole journey. What we become is shaped by what we return to, what we practice, what we nourish, what we tend with patience and love. And take one final deep breath in, and as you exhale, just quietly affirm, I trust this season I am in. I honor the wisdom of my body. And I tend to what is becoming. And when you are ready, you can gently open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in this meditation. Have a blessed week. Have a blessed month of July. Bright blessings, tons of love.